Welcome to the Leadership Quick Hit series. My name is Shane Jensen, a partner with NewQuest Coaching and Consulting. And this Leadership Hits today is what we call the magic moment. The magic moment is probably one of our most popular pieces of leadership work that we provide to our clients. We weave it into so many of our great services. What I want to capture today is not so much a four-step model, but instead look at the value for you as a leader when it comes to recognizing that once in a while, our employees are not going to meet expectations. Or we're going to see something where we're a bit confused and not too sure what's going on. Basically, this falls under what we call performance management. The whole point of the magic moment revolves around one simple fact. Leaders, for the most part, choose to rationalize the magic moment and not step into it and deal with it then and there. That is, they'll see a performance issue, something doesn't look right, or as we like to joke, their spidey sense is going off. And in that moment, there is no better time for a leader to step in, ideally, use performance coaching, which is another one of our vignettes, and address the problem sooner than later. As we like to see, proactive versus reactive. The best way to do this is I just want to take you through a classic day for a leader. And in it, you will actually see just how powerful the magic moment is. Again, there is no four-step model. Instead, just think of this like a TED Talks, like an inspiration that will motivate you as a leader to jump in and deal with issues or opportunities sooner than later. Let's begin. Every day, every leader that comes to work, I hope that your day starts off good. Of course, you're going to have a few stressful moments. But let's just say your day is going upward. And as you're going upward, you're going to have interactions with your staff. It's inevitable that you're going to see something. You're going to see an employee come late. You're going to see a report come across your desk. Or you're going to see something that just doesn't seem right. Or you're going to see a good opportunity. It doesn't matter to me. What I need you to understand, which is really important, is that you're going to have a good day, but it's inevitable something is going to happen. That something that's going to happen is what we call the legendary magic moment. And there is no better time to step in and performance coach those magic moments than in that actual moment. That's why we call it the magic moment. So what we encourage our clients to do is you don't rationalize, you don't come up with excuses. When you see one of your employees doing something, or you see it come again across your desk, or you're on a virtual call, it doesn't matter. You say to yourself simply, this is the best time to step in before it becomes a big deal. Once you step in, you will use the performance coaching process. And the good news behind all of this is when we step in before things become a big deal, it usually isn't that big deal to fix it. When we talk about fixing it, remember we're performance coaching. And the moment you step in, the magic moment, performance coach, create a win-win outcome. Your day is back on track. And you can define back on track any way you want. We like to look at lots of different things, but the motivation behind all of this is you have time to do your real job, productivity is solid, happy employees, culture of accountability is created, reduce stress, anxiety for you, dare I say a happy boss, your leader is very happy, and of course you might have some great clients that are really receptive to the great performance by your people. However, I also want to come at it from a different perspective. As I mentioned earlier, on average, for a lot of different reasons, leaders see a magic moment and don't step in and deal with it. They rationalize. And let's just be crystal clear. The moment a leader doesn't step into a magic moment, they have started what we call the legendary downward spiral, which again is another one of our great leadership quick hits. So when you see something, let's just keep it simple, a performance issue, someone comes late. Once you step away and not into the magic moment, you've started nothing but what we call the legendary downward spiral. And once that happens, all you're doing is creating more work for you. As we kind of joke, as many times I've said this to some of you in person, short-term gain for long-term pain. Because it's inevitable. You're going to see probably productivity drop. You're going to see frustrated employees. You're going to see fellow team members that are working with that person becoming even more frustrated. Potentially you'll have upset clients. You know this. We have all seen this before as leaders. When we continue to not step in and deal with something, the problem builds. And eventually when you do step in, it's going to be twice the work. So that's kind of the motivation piece for the magic moment. Step in earlier than later, deal with it before it's a big deal, and guess what? It's not a big deal. And if you performance coach the magic moment, it's win-win. Because again, and I just really want to reiterate this, if you choose not to step in and deal with something or go a performance issue, not only are you going to have productivity drops, frustrated employees, standards starts to slide, people are like, I guess it's okay, conflict, Inevitably, your leader will start to apply pressure on you, asking you what's going on. You'll also potentially see retention issues, heaven forbid, bullying, harassment, upset clients, and as we all know, the long-term consequences of a leader not stepping into the magic moment potentially lead to the leader having to leave the organization because they weren't able to deal with the performances. But that's the beauty of the magic moment. Every day you come to work, it's inevitable you're going to see something. And in that moment, step in, performance coach, and you'll be pleasantly surprised how easy it is to deal with the performance issue, or your curiosity, or you're not too sure. You will be pleasantly surprised how easy it is. And once you do that, your day is back on track. And when your day is back on track, you have time to do your real job, productivity is back where it needs to be, you have happier, engaged employees, we have that culture of accountability, reduced stress and anxiety for you, your leader's probably quite pleased with your performance, and of course we have happy clients. That wraps up the magic moment. I hope you enjoyed this great vignette. As I mentioned earlier, this is probably one of our most popular, well-received leadership pieces that we do through a variety of our trainings. Be sure to also look at our performance coaching vignette and even look at the what, how, can't, excuse ladder, as they both tie in really nicely to this. Thank you.